going to play with some triangles today. I have a black triangle here and a red triangle here. And we are just going to explore some of the things. Now you can see that these triangles are both very different. This one's a right triangle. This one's it's a scalene. I don't think any of these things have anything in common with each other. But we're going to look at something. We're going to actually rip these triangles apart so we can play with their angles. And I'm actually going to line their angles up just like that. And then line this one up in there, kind of like a puzzle piece. And if you notice what happens, it makes a straight line. Boom. Let's do it with this one. Let's move this one up here. Let's see what happens. Rip. Rip. Okay, these two. This one's really, really little. This one is like that. Make sure we're looking at the straight edges, not the... And then boom, check that out. Also makes a straight line. So here's the cool thing. I don't care what your triangle looks like. I don't care if it's this kind of a triangle. I don't care if it's this kind of a triangle or one of the other bazillion different kinds of triangles that are out there. When you put the angles together, they're all going to make a straight line. So what does that mean for us mathematically? Well, we've got this angle. Let's call it angle 1. This is angle 2. This is angle 3. What are we doing mathematically when we put them together like this? We're adding them, right? Well, 1. And we have a triangle. And it doesn't matter what the triangle looks like or anything. So we've got a random triangle here, right? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Well, angle 1, the measure of angle 1, plus the measure of angle 2, plus the measure of angle 3 is always going to equal a straight line, which, as we know, is 180 degrees. So let's maybe play with this a little bit. What if I tell you that the measure of angle 1 is 55 degrees and the measure of angle 2 is 45 degrees? Can we find out the measure of angle 3? Sure we can, because we know that 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 180. So we have 55 plus 45. Well, that equals 100. And that plus angle 3 equals 180. So I've got to solve for angle 3. So I'm going to subtract 100 from both sides. Angle 3 equals 80 degrees. I can say, hey, angle 3 is 80 degrees. And I know this. I didn't have to whip out my protractor, and I didn't have to measure them all. I just did some math, and I figured it out. What if we have a really big angle here? This guy is really big. We're going to call this one 100, and I would say that that's 140 degrees. And let's say that this one is 25 degrees. What is this angle? So we're going to call this angle Q. So 25 plus 140 plus Q equals 180 degrees. Well, 25 plus 140 is 165. Plus Q is 180 degrees. Minus 165 minus 165. Q equals 15 degrees. Now, this isn't a 15 degree angle. These are not, like, I'm just tossing numbers out of my head, but it always works like that. Now, let's play with this a little bit more. What if we have this going on? And I know that this is 150 degrees and this is 90 degrees. Can I figure out what this guy is? And so on this one, we knew angle 1 and we knew angle 2, and we had to find angle 3. And on this one, we knew this angle and we knew this angle. We had to find the third angle. On this one, we only know 1. We know that this guy is 90 degrees. I don't know this one. I don't know this one. How am I supposed to find two of them? But I know this one. And this is a straight line. And a straight line is 180 degrees. So if this is 150, what's this one? This one's going to be 30. That angle is not really 30 degrees, but that's okay. So this one's 90, this one's 30. Can I figure out what this one is? Sure, because now I have two of the angles of a triangle, right? We're going to get the third angle of a triangle, 90 degrees plus 30 degrees plus angle R plus R degrees equals 180. So 90 plus 30 is 120 plus R degrees equals 180 minus 120 minus 120, and R equals 60 degrees. Isn't that slick? All right. We're going to do one more of those, and then we're going to do something really cool. It's actually one of my favorite things to do in geometry because we're going to really play with these angles. We're going to have one more. We're going to have it coming off the top. Does it matter if it's coming off the top or the sides or whatever? No. So we're going to call this one 110 degrees. We're going to call this one 70 degrees. And we are going to try to find this one. What is this? I need these three angles to be able to figure. I need these two to figure out this one. I have this one. I need this one. Oh my gosh, so many steps. But we can do it. This is a straight line. It's 180 degrees, so 110 plus, what we're going to call this one S and this one T. 110 plus T equals 180 minus 110 minus 110. So T equals 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, that one's 70 degrees too. They're like twinner angles. So 70 degrees plus 70 degrees equal plus, I forgot my S degrees. S degrees equals 180 degrees. 70 plus 70 is 140 degrees plus S degrees equals 180 degrees minus 140 from both sides. S equals 40 degrees. Boom, 40 degrees. And to double check ourselves, do they add to 180? 70 plus 70 is 140 plus 40 is 180. All right, so you're probably saying to yourself, what does this have to do with what we've been doing with all these parallel lines and all this stuff for the last 2 days? Well, guess what? We've got some parallel lines here, okay? How do we know that they're parallel? Because I said so, pretty much. That's the only way to know that they're parallel lines, okay? And I've got this going on, and I've got this going on. Okay, so I've got a couple of lines there, just random lines. This is 50 degrees. This right here is, let's see, what is it? It's probably about 70 degrees. And we want to know this angle right here. We want to know the measure of angle S. It's S degrees. And we're like, oh, well, good. Well, look. Okay, so I've got 70 and I've got S and I don't because I can't add these up to 180 because we don't have this one. Where? What the heck is that? And I don't have the 50 and the other one over here. I don't have this to know what it is to be able to add them up to 180. Let's call this one B. So we know that 50 plus S plus B equals 180 because they're a triangle, but that doesn't do us a heck of a lot of good because I don't know what B is. Can I find out what B is? Can I figure it out? If I look at this, I told you they're parallel lines. Is there a reason, maybe, that I told you they're parallel lines? Look what this is. This is actually a transversal. It just doesn't go all the way through, okay? All right. What kind of angles are these? 70 and B. Look at this, guys. They're alternate interior angles, right? Do you see that? Do you see that they're alternate interior angles? So if they're alternate interior angles, and these are parallel lines, if this one's 70 degrees, we know this one's 70 degrees. Can we figure out S now? Heck yes, we can. 50 degrees plus S degrees plus 70 degrees equals 180. Well, 50 plus 70 is 120, plus S degrees equals 180 degrees minus 120 from both sides. S equals 60 degrees. What? Can I show you a different way to solve that problem that we maybe didn't see before? Also, these guys are also alternate interior angles. See that? So we know that this one is also 50 degrees, and we could have said that this plus this plus this is 180 degrees, which is exactly the same as what we did. Should we do another one? Okay, if you feel like you're solid on this, then you can turn off this video right now. If you don't feel like you're solid, keep watching. We're gonna do another one because I actually really enjoy these. I do. Maybe I don't, you know, I'm a math teacher, guys. I'm going to enjoy math. And I hope you guys will enjoy it too. They're kind of just beautiful, the way that these kind of flow. So parallel lines, telling you right off the bat, these are parallel lines. Ooh. Ooh. I like this funky A shape. This one's not parallel with the other two, okay? I want the measure of this angle right there. I know that this is 145 degrees, okay? I know that this is 85 degrees, okay? Can I figure out, I actually don't know if I can with just those two. We're also going to tell us that this is 160 degrees. Now I totally can. All right, let's look at this. I don't know any of the angles of this triangle at all, even a little bit, okay? I know this is 145 degrees, and I can see that it's an alternate interior angle with this up here, but I don't want that whole thing. I want this thing. I see that this is 160 degrees, but I don't have this angle. I don't have this angle. I don't have this angle. So let's take this one step at a time. Is there any way I can figure this angle out with the information that I have? These lines are not parallel. I don't think there's really anything I can do with that yet. Okay. So this angle right here is going to be alternate. Well, we've got this whole angle is alternate interior angles with this whole angle, right? So 145 equals this whole thing. So I'm going to call this angle A, B, and C. We're actually not getting too fancy with the letters. So this whole angle is 145. This whole angle is 145, but I know that this little bit is 85, and this little bit is what I want to know. So 145 equals 85 plus A. Do you see that? Do you see that? Or you could say this angle right here is 55 degrees, and it is alternate interior angles with this angle, so it's 55 degrees. So we could say that 55 plus 85 plus A equals 180. Doesn't really matter which way you solve this. It's going to work out the same. But I'm going to do it this way because it's a little bit less math. So minus 85 minus 85. 5 minus 5 is 0. 14 minus 8 is 6. So A is 60 degrees. Woo, we know one of them. All right, does that give us this one? Not yet, because I know that A plus B plus C equals 180, but I don't have B yet. Can I figure out B though? Because look, B is on a straight line with this guy that's 160. So B plus 160 equals 20. Whoops. What in the world is Mrs. Barlow doing? B plus 160 is 180 degrees. Brain, whatever, I don't know. Oh, I was solving it. That's what I was doing. Spoilers. So minus 160, minus 160, B equals 20 degrees. That's where that 20 came from. So B is 20 degrees. And it looks like my drawing is not really true to what these angles are, because we're going to come up with kind of a funny thing for that one. So now I know this angle. Now I know this angle. Can I figure out this angle? Yes. So A plus B plus C equals 180. I know the A is 60. B is 20. C is, I don't know, that's what I'm trying to find out, equals 180. So 60 plus 20 is 80. 180 degrees. So subtract 80 from both sides, and C ends up being 100 degrees. Boom! And we are done. So these can be a little bit challenging to do. Let me give you some tips. If you have your parallel lines and you have your triangle, it can sometimes be kind of hard to see what are the alternate interior angles and what are like the corresponding angles. If you extend it through a little bit, it can be kind of easier to see. Oh, this is the alternate exterior angle, alternate exterior. Here's an alternate interior, alternate interior. We've got all of those. Same thing over here. But make sure that you don't stop. We've got this guy is corresponding with this guy, and you've got to be able to kind of see what's happening. Good luck. Let me know if you get hung up on any. I can make extra little supplementary videos if you need me to. Bye. Have fun.